It's time for day 2 of the letter H. Just like when we drew those guidelines for the previous day, we're going to do that again, except it'll probably be helpful for us if we erase the first set of guidelines. So keep the ones that you dropped a little bit, but just erase the upper guidelines. The fewer lines that you have to work with, sometimes the easier it is to keep them all straight. So below each of the guidelines, you want to draw another guideline that's another approximately 1/4 of an inch down. Again, try to keep your guideline parallel with the initial. And we're going to use this to help us place our shadow. Once you have those in, you're going to use those fresh guidelines, and if you have trouble remembering which one it is, you can even do little stars on the outside so that you know which guidelines you're going to. And then you're going to do the same thing with the H, drawing down parallel line to that guideline for every one of these lines. So here as well. And this time I actually skipped this little bit. You can do that too if you'd like, because we also don't want it there for this one. Now that you've drawn in those lines, it's kind of looking like a chair and then some extra crazy lines coming off. There's a lot going on here. We will start to solidify this with some color. That will be next time, but first we need to erase all of these extra guidelines. Now that you have erased your guidelines, you can probably start to see a little bit better where you have a shadow line and then where you have a spacer line. We'll go in and solidify this with some color next day. So before we get to that, to prepare it, erase everything a little bit so that you don't have lead that will come off on your felts.